spent a lot of time talking about some critical issues that college athletics is facing nationally. And so to have Amy Perko with the Knight Foundation and Mark Emmert with the NCAA both visiting with our CEOs was really great to give our group a perspective of what's happening at that level, how important it is, what in a lot of ways we're at a crossroads in college athletics in terms of the issues we're dealing with. So Amy was really good talking about some of the proposals the Knight Commission has come out, because they've looked at the finances of college athletics, how in many ways it's unsustainable. Talked a lot about revenue distribution that the NCAA provides. And there's a question about with FBS football largely being outside the NCAA structure with the CFP and the revenue that comes from the CFP to the institutions. It's not part of the NCAA distribution. So should football still be calculated in that formula or not? So we had a really good discussion around that and what that means. Then with Mark Emmert, as you might expect, we talked a lot about name, image, and likeness, what's happening on that front, what's in front of us over the course of the next month, because we're looking at a potential vote to allow name, image, and likeness in the NCAA member institutions effective July 1st. That's really important because we have state laws that are going into place. And so I think the NCAA has to have a framework around that. So there'll be a lot of discussion around that over the course of the next few weeks. Now, related to that a little bit is what's happening with the Supreme Court and their consideration of the Alston case. And that's really important. And the decision there could have an impact on the NIL decision as well. So we got some updates there.
There's a lot of things I will take back and share with other SAC members and other student athletes. I think, like I said, it's a critical time for college sports, and we think about transfer legislation, name, image, likeness legislation, and I mean that's at a level where Congress is now involved, and we have many different state legislations. And so those are some big takeaways that student athletes tend to miss out on the education piece of that, and they might not really know what is the case for them, and whether it's at the conference level or the national level with the NCAA, for student athletes to be educated on that, I think that's something that I need to take back to them.
Us hearing from them, us getting to muse over it and deliberate, reinforce the sense that as much as there is tumult, there's powerful momentum too, and we're looking forward to the road ahead.
Like everybody, we've been doing so much virtually, so much via Zoom, but nothing replaces having the personal interaction and building relationships by being in person. So we're really grateful that we've been able to do that, grateful that our membership and our corporate partners felt comfortable to be able to do this, and it's really worked out well. The other great thing about tonight was we had student athletes here, and that's always the highlight of what we do here at our awards banquet and spring meetings, is recognize those tremendous accomplishments by our student athletes. The reason why we do this. So to have our scholarship award winners, our Christenberry Award winners that honors the highest academic achievement of our student athletes was really awesome. And to have them in person and be here and be recognized, they deserve it, and we're really excited that we could do that. The Edward M. Singleton Leadership Award is the highest leadership award that the conference presents. And we don't present it every year. It's really that special. We felt like because it was such an uncommon year, we wanted to recognize a group that has shown so much uncommon leadership this year throughout. Our athletics trainers are unsung heroes on our campuses. They're people we rely on day in and day out. Well, when a pandemic comes along and we're all relying on the medical experts, the health experts on our campus, and especially our athletic trainers and the support they provided to our student athletes and staff, we just felt like they were so deserving of recognition. And so we made a special effort to recognize them and award our athletics training staffs with a Singleton Leadership Award. So much deserved. They went above and beyond the call. There was so much asked of them above and beyond what they usually do. It's just I'm just in awe of the effort and really pleased that we can recognize them tonight.
We appreciate that the conference realized how much we've done this year to make sure that athletes were able to continue to play. And I think this conference, probably one of the best conferences at getting that done. We met almost weekly on Zoom calls with the staff from the Big South office and all the athletic trainers to talk about protocols, make sure everything was going smoothly for our programs.
To Typically, we are kind of behind the scenes and not noticed so much until something happens. And so it's just a huge honor to be recognized by the conference and by the commissioner and everybody else to just show how much we really did this year. It definitely was not just us, not just the head athletic trainers, the whole staff. It created another level of work to our jobs already, and just have that recognition is just it's a really nice feeling to know that people noticed what we did.
Well, we're so grateful for our corporate partners. To have the kind of support we've had throughout the pandemic and all the financial impact that has had, to have that support is so meaningful for us because certainly they've been impacted just as much as anybody on campus or certainly the conference office. So for us to have members of our corporate partners here, to be able to recognize them, thank them in person, really has been tremendous. And really, we've been able to grow our corporate partner program this year and bring in new partners, which is pretty unusual, considering the environment that's been out there. So I think that says a lot for them, but says a lot for the kind of program we have here in the Big South Conference.
I just want to give a huge thank you to Bob McCluskey and all of their staff for the fellowship that I've received. I am extremely grateful, and it gives me an opportunity to continue my education, continue my college athletics experience, and play for one more year. So I cannot thank them enough for the opportunities that they're granting me through this fellowship.